A dog and her 6 puppies are recovering after being found alone in a snowdrift in northwestern Minnesota. Officials with Red Lake Rosie's rescue shelter say a family discovered the dog with her litter in more than a foot of snow not far from a wooded area. The puppies were about 3 weeks old and hungry because their mom had stopped producing milk. The family drove the dogs to the rescue operation, which is located on the Red Lake Indian Reservation. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. We're just getting started now with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. 2 people were hurt in an apartment fire in the Northern Valley, and everyone else who lives there was forced to evacuate their homes. It happened around 2:30 yesterday morning on the north side of Grand Forks. Firefighters pulled up to find flames and smoke pouring from the building, then rushed to evacuate everyone from their apartments. The fire started in the basement and apparently spread up quickly through the building into the attic. There's no word yet on how it started. There's also no word on the condition of the 2 people who were hurt. We're also waiting to hear more details today on a deadly house fire over the weekend in rural Grand Forks. It broke out around 2 Saturday morning in the 8200 block of 52nd Street North. Deputies say the body was discovered inside after the fire was put out. Officials have not yet released the name of the victim, nor have they determined a cause of that fire. Video of missing Iowa News anchor Jody Husentrut's last birthday party has been made public for the first time. It was part of Oxygen's Up and Vanish broadcast, which premiered on Saturday. The show's producers spoke to a retired FBI profiler who believes one of Husentrut's friends is responsible for her disappearance. The friend has been questioned several times by police, but has not yet been arrested or charged. Husentrut went missing on June 27, 1995. Soon after telling a coworker she was on the way into the TV station where she worked in Mason City, Iowa. Police believe she was kidnapped outside of her apartment. Mason City Police and the FBI are not releasing the video themselves because they say the case is still ongoing. You're waking up to some light snow falling over much of the valley, and when it's over, there'll be just enough for some people to snowblow or shovel. Take a look. This is a live look this Monday morning at downtown Fargo. Fresh snow, of course, means travel could impact your morning commute, so you may want to ease up on the gas a bit and forget about the cruise control because many roads promise to be slippery. 7 minutes before 7, let's get a check of our storm team forecast. Lisa, the big difference that I see in that picture, it's not as windy, right?
That's right. We're not dealing with the wind today. It's just the snow that's falling. So at least we're not compounding our problems. We're just dealing with the snow. And the good thing here for the FM Metro is that the snow is easing up or done for us. And you could see in another view here in Fargo, as we're looking down I-94, that we've got some quieter weather to start off the morning now that the snow has moved on. But it's still on those roads. So we're working on getting those cleared off and getting some reports of some slick spots in and around the FM Metro and beyond too. So just want to remind you to use some caution this morning as you're starting off your day today. Heading into the afternoon, we'll get some better weather. The snow will be done and hopefully get some of those roads cleared off, and it'll be a little bit more smooth sailing. Just to remember that there are some places that will still have some snow on the roads. So checking out your radar and satellite map right now, we've got the snow in northwest Minnesota affecting some of us. A lot of us in eastern North Dakota, pretty quiet at this point. Going to keep an eye on the snow between Minot and Bismarck, but right now it looks like we're winding things down. And as we take a closer view of that snow, Becker County, Otter Tail County, back over into Hubbard. That's where we're seeing the focus for most of us. Northern parts of Otter Tail, right over the Perham area, and then back into just north of Park Rapids. Looks like Detroit Lakes in a little pocket of quiet at the moment. And then up to the northwest, we had some snow ongoing there. That's starting to depart, still affecting the Baudette area. Your visibility is looking much better in most places. Park Rapids still down to 3 miles. Baudette at 4. Here's that view of our wind reports. A lot of calms coming in on our map, indicating that we don't have any wind right now. So that's the good part about this. Temperatures too, not too bad to get out and do some shoveling this morning to dust off your windshields too. We're looking at about 18 degrees in Fargo, 14 in Grand Forks. So heading through the morning hours, we'll watch that snow move on. We're looking at some quieting conditions as we work our way through the day. You can see mostly cloudy skies and some places where we get some breaks and get some sun sun shining through, but overall more of a cloudy day today after that snow departs. Seeing some of that wind around 20 miles per hour at times out of the northwest. That will start to introduce some colder air for us for tonight. And with that, can't rule out another shot or two of a quick round of very light snow as we head into tomorrow morning. You can see that on our hour-by-hour planner right here. Looking up to the north, you can see that there will be some places and in the south where we start off our day into that sub-zero range. So some cooler weather coming up. Here's a look at a chilly sunset in Clearbrook. A nice shot there. Thanks, Tracy. And we cool down midweek, but as we head into the weekend, warming right back up into some 30s.
Okay, I'm going to just focus on the end of that 7 day. A rough couple of days ahead, though. Just be prepared. Thank you, Lisa. New this morning, a woman is in jail after police say she led officers on a chase in a stolen car. KFGO News is reporting that the vehicle was reported stolen in Fargo last week, and Moorhead officers spotted the car last night in the East 10 area. They say the driver took off before her car was stopped using stop sticks. A 22-year-old woman is facing charges of possession of a stolen vehicle and fleeing. A 20-year-old North Dakota woman is being treated for serious injuries after police say she crashed going about 100 miles per hour. Police were trying to pull over a car clocked at 115 miles an hour near Killdeer in McKenzie County Saturday night when the driver missed a curve and rolled into a ditch. State troopers say Miranda Holm of Williston was not wearing a seatbelt. Her airbag did deploy during that crash. 5 people are recovering from injuries after a 2-car crash in the Southern Valley. It happened yesterday on Highway 13 near Morton, North Dakota. Police say 19-year-old Christina Zink was attempting to make a U-turn when her car was hit by a pickup. Both vehicles are totaled, but no one was seriously hurt in that crash. A popular bowling alley in the southern Minnesota area is a total loss after a fire early yesterday morning. Firefighters were called to the Kingpins Bowling Alley in St. Peter right around 7:30 a.m. Crews from surrounding towns were also called in to help. There's no word yet on the cause of the fire. People used to flock to the place just for their famous cheese Frenchie sandwich. But now Mom's Diner along Main Avenue near downtown Fargo has closed its doors. A sign on the door suggests there weren't enough customers to keep things going. And now owners will focus their attention on Tailgaters, which is right next door. The company also posted to Facebook that they hope to repurpose the space in the future. Commercial airline boardings are up in North Dakota, and Devil's Lake is leading the way, percentage-wise at least. State officials say the number of passengers jumped nearly 12% at the 7 of the 8 commercial service airports last month, compared with January of 2019. More than 100,000 people flew out of North Dakota last month. Devil's Lake had the largest increase at more than 29%, followed by Fargo at nearly 18%. Grand Forks was the only city that did not see an increase. 2 minutes before 7 in our consumer alert. Delta Airlines says it's going completely carbon neutral around the world next month. The company is committing at least $1 billion over the next decade to reduce environmental impact. The money will focus on clean technological investments for engines and carbon removal. A record-breaking number of Americans have saved $1 million in their retirement accounts. According to Fidelity, 441,000 IRA or 401k accounts that the firm manages have balances of $1 million. They credit record-breaking markets and retirement savings, but still, retirement millionaires are relatively rare. A huge segment of baby boomers are below the much more modest median account of just $70,000. Oxbow native and NDSU graduate Amy Olson had a big weekend down under. She finished second in the Women's Australian Open and just 3 shots back from the winner. The second place finish ties the best of Olson's career set back in 2018. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, surprisingly, men who do this live longer than those who don't. The answer? Hey guys, are you listening? Kiss their wife before going to work. And you're going to see a little snow on the roads when you head to work this morning.
Yeah, we've had fresh snow fall, and that's about an inch of snow or a little less in Fargo, so you're going to want to watch out for that. Still snowy in parts of Minnesota. Once that moves on, we're looking at a quieter week, cold for a couple of days, and then warming this weekend.
Looking forward to that. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now on the Fargo